G'day mates, welcome back to my YouTube channel. We only have one more sleep until the new season. I mean, you might have two depending on where you are in the world when you watch this video, but I've only got one more sleep until the new season. I'm so incredibly hyped, but I want to talk about two big leaks that came out today. One, the crafting is still going to be in the game and it's using a new crafting material, assuming like alien parts or something like that. Another leak that suggests we are definitely getting alien weapons. Also, we had a map that did the rounds today on social media that everyone was talking about. Is it a leaked version of the new map? Is it just a concept art? I want to break it down and talk about it because there's some factors in this map that look really, really good, and there's some that don't look so great either. But seeing the new map, seeing potential new biomes and new drop spots got me so excited. I had to talk about it. So I want to jump straight into this one. I want to jump off with the new crafting. Remember guys, if you're loving the daily content and you want to support me, please click that like button down below. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. We're so close to 200K. The support has been unreal at the moment. I want to keep that going. Just thank you guys so much. Enjoy the video. So we had Hypex tweet out, and again, this is pretty much, in my opinion, one of the most reliable leakers. He said, for those who are wondering, crafting is going to stay in Season 7, obviously. They wouldn't make a big system and improve it in the middle of the season just to throw it away. Except this time, it's more accessible with the new crafting material. At least that's what I've been told. There's a lot to unpack there. First off, that's what I've been told. That is possibly the least evidence I've ever seen Hypex give for one of their leaks. And again, Hypex isn't just tied to only making leaks. They can also make their own guesses about the new system as well. Like Hypex isn't saying 100% we are getting new crafting. So before you go crazy, it looks like it's not 100% confirmed, but I want to break down their evidence as well. So for those who are wondering, crafting is going to stay in the Season 7, obviously. They wouldn't make a big system and improve it in the middle of the season just to throw it away. Firstly, I feel like they would. I feel like they genuinely could. Crafting has been one of the least well-received mechanics I've ever seen in Fortnite. I don't know a single person who really likes crafting. Some people like, yeah, it's kind of different, it's okay, but most people hate it, and they didn't improve it throughout the season. They tried to get rid of it. I get where Hypex is coming from, but in my opinion, them making crafting better and making it less necessary was their way of trying to get it out of the season without actually ruining the whole storyline. If you look at any of the updates we got towards the end of this season, pretty much we went from at the start of the season, right? Makeshifts were terrible. Primals were incredibly strong. You couldn't find mechanical parts anywhere. If you wanted to upgrade from a gray makeshift to a green, you needed 6 mechanical parts. It was terrible. It was absolutely awful. Throughout the season, they have just made change after change after change to get rid of crafting. They either made it that mechanical parts, I think it was 2 or 3 times more likely to find as floor spawn towards the end. They made it way more likely that you just find mechanical weapons without having to craft. They made it that lower level makeshifts can craft with less material. Like, they just made it so the crafting was almost irrelevant. When you play now, you find a makeshift, you might have to use it off spawn for a little bit, but chances are you find a regular weapon or you get your mechanical parts. Sorry, they also made mechanical parts like way easier to farm. If you break a car now, you get like 4 or 5 on average compared to like 1 or 2 at the start of the season. I see that as them trying to get rid of crafting. We're in the middle of the season, just like with the mechs, when we had the mechs and the whole community hated them, they couldn't take them out because of the storyline. And that's what gets a little bit rough. Sometimes Epic backs themselves into a corner where they tie the storyline into the mechanics and gameplay, and then they can't get rid of that mechanic or gameplay because it links the storyline. If they just got rid of crafting, and that means they essentially get rid of primals or you can only find them on the ground, that would have ruined the season storyline-wise. So they pretty much had to implement 8 or 9 changes to make crafting as irrelevant as possible while it's still being in the game. So I don't think them improving it, as Hypex is interpreted, is their way of showing they like it. I see it as the opposite. I see it as them disliking it, or at least understanding why the community doesn't like it and knowing they need to get rid of it to help the community. So I don't think that's great evidence that we're gonna get crafting again in the new season. If it's like alien parts or something, I don't hate the idea of crafting, okay? I really don't. I feel like it was poorly executed and I hate the makeshifts. Any assault rifle in a game that doesn't have first shot accuracy is terrible. I'm sorry. I don't care if I'm playing Fortnite, Counter-Strike, Apex Legends, or Hello Kitty Island Adventure. If my assault rifle doesn't hit someone when my crosshair is on them, it's not a real gun. So I don't mind crafting. I just don't like primal ARs because they have no first shot accuracy, and I don't like makeshift ARs because they have no first shot accuracy. They've buffed the makeshift shotgun to actually feel pretty decent now. It doesn't actually feel that bad to use. So if they just made the makeshift AR have first shot accuracy and then gave us this really cool new crafting system with like alien parts to make alien guns, I could be okay with that. I don't like more RNG on spawn. I don't like if someone finds a real gun and I find a makeshift, I'm at a huge disadvantage. But being at a slight disadvantage, I think is kind of the fun of Fortnite a little bit as well. That's why you can pull a gold spaz out of your first chest. I've talked about this. If we make the game completely competitive, there's no RNG, there will be no fun. So I don't hate the idea of makeshifts and I don't hate the idea of crafting. I just don't think it was executed well. And I think the primal parts, because no one wants primal weapons, no one's dropping any of the primal areas because all you do is get bones, and that doesn't make a lot of sense. I think tying one area to have a specific type of crafting parts could be kind of cool in the new season if there was like 2 POIs that are like alien drops. And again, I'll talk about that when I break down this new leaked map. That could be kind of fun because if you want a specific type of gun, you drop there for a higher chance to get it. I don't think that's a terrible idea, but one thing is for sure, and we had another leak today, alien weapons are going to be in the new season. I've also got to make this completely clear. This is obviously no disrespect to Hypex at all. I actually love Hypex's Twitter because I find them to be one of the most reliable leakers. They're not trying to pretend this is in the source files or trying to say that this is 100% going to be in the game. It's just their interpretation and mine's a little bit different. Just got to make that clear because tomorrow when I'm on stream and I'm breaking stuff down, you know I'm going to be going to Hypex Twitter constantly. So I'm not about to sound like I'm flaming someone who is giving me ridiculous amounts of information that I love when a new season comes out. All right, back to alien weapons. Fortnite game tweeted out today, catalog entry number 407-740. When placed onto the face, this strange plastic device seemed to make us appear as unrecognizable. More testing required. Full data upload, 6th of the 8th, 2021. So I already talked about how they uploaded one of these videos yesterday. It's how a lot of their information is being leaked. There's 3 main things in this. Obviously, there's a guitar, there's glasses, but there's another alien weapon in this one as well. And now this is the interesting part. If you look at this alien weapon, it looks a lot like a shotgun. Yesterday's video, you had like the pistol one. I was talking about how the alien weapons might work, how a lot of them are in Save the World right now. This is interesting because this one looks a lot more like the ones in Save the World than what the one that in yesterday's video did. But all I know is that is 2 videos in 2 days that both have alien looking weapons. We are 100% hands down getting new weapons in this new season, and they are going to be futuristic and alien based. I overall am super excited about that. I talked about that in yesterday's video. Not going to go into too much detail. I am really excited about that. The second thing being the glasses. Don't really know. I think that whole unrecognizable thing is just a joke. You put them on, and if they're not your prescription, it's blurry and you can't see. I think that's just a joke. I don't think the glasses are going to be like some device to see or hide aliens. I don't know, maybe. But the other one is the guitar. And now this one is really interesting. Yesterday, when I was doing my stream and I was looking at all the leaks, I remember someone gave me coordinates for a giant guitar that was out in the middle of the open. And I said, look guys, this coordinate's not from anywhere in Fortnite. There are things built in the real world by real people that don't just have to do with Fortnite. I made a joke, everyone had a good laugh. Turns out I was wrong. This guitar looks like it might be linked to Fortnite, but they didn't attach any coordinates to this guitar, but there is if you go on Google Earth, and again, I'll put the coordinates in the link in the description down below if you want to check them out. If you go to Google Earth Pro and you go to those coordinates, you can see a giant guitar, but it doesn't look like this one. So I don't know whether that was leaked or it's just a ridiculous coincidence, but still pretty funny. There is one more thing on this that is quite interesting. If you look in the bottom right, that symbol, it's like Y-shaped with the dot above it. That is the same symbol that is on the coordinates if you go to Google Earth Pro in California. This one is an interesting one. I know Ali and a couple other creators have already talked about this, but in case you missed it, it looks like this actually links and is potentially confirmation that we are getting Naruto in the new season. If you guys don't know, quite often I wear my hoodie. I'm not wearing it this time. I'm a bit of a weeb. I'm a bit of an anime nerd. I love me some anime, and I'm super excited for this. But do I think it's actually confirmation? Kind of. You can see a photo here from the original Naruto before Shippuden, and it's on the sleeve of a character here. This character is a very irrelevant character for the most part, and it doesn't come around a lot in the show. I think if they were trying to confirm that Naruto is being in the game, I think they would have picked a different symbol. But to be fair, it's kind of identical. It looks very similar. So we already have leakers pretty much saying Naruto's coming, but this is another piece of that puzzle and could be confirming it. It also shows that all these alien symbols might not just be linked to Fortnite or the 7 or anything like that. It could be other new things being added into the storyline as well. Moving on to break down this map that got leaked today. Now, straight off the bat, I'm not thinking this is a leak. It came from Reddit. I couldn't actually find whether the person admitted it was a concept art, but I don't think many people are believing this is real. Some people were. Some people genuinely were. But if you look around at some of the names, I mean, Aurelia's opening. Yeah, there's a lot of jokes to be made about that. I'm just going to go ahead and say that Epic is not going to call a new POI Aurelia's opening and spell it with a double N. Again, no flame to whoever made this map, because this map is sick and I wouldn't be able to come up with better names. I'm just saying, for those people who believe this might be a real map, I don't think so. I mean, Aliens Area, Comet Crash, I mean, maybe. But the reason I want to talk about it is how much better does this map look? How exciting does this map look? There are a few issues, and actually for me, this is still not enough changes. I would want even more than this, but just having new biomes, just having some snow, just having some sand, and having a green area as part of the map just makes it look so much more appealing. And already, even on this map, you have the Harvest, which is different, Aurelia's Open, which is different, Aliens Area, which could be like Catty Corners, but transformed, Comet Crash. That is already more changes, and Foreigner's Feed. That's already more changes than what we got in the last season and potentially the last 2 or 3 seasons. Like, these would be major new POIs. I want this, but I want even more. I would love the Orchard area to change, because that's when we got Stark, and that's a big area of the map that is just so wasted. It's just, it's got the Orchard and that's it between Craggy and then Cozy. I mean, right now, other than that, the other major areas that I want changed heavily is the whole southwest section as well. I mean, Slurpee Swamp, it's just been there for so long. Yes, it's iconic, but pretty much the whole west of the map. If they could change Coral, Sweaty, Holly, and Slurpee, I would not be mad at all. I've already said this, I'd be happy if the whole map got nuked by aliens and we went to another planet, but I'm just thinking of areas that I think need a massive revamp. Same with the center of the map, south of the Harvest on this map. Those mountains, again, have been there for forever. I'm really looking at those POIs that have been here for a really long time, but I like the way that even just a change of biome, right? Retail Row now being inside like a desert biome with like an oasis just to the east of it, that would be enough to make it exciting as well. Like, you don't have to change the whole map. You can keep some of the POIs, but just changing areas like that and adding those biomes makes them feel so much more exciting. If you don't know what I mean by biomes, I just mean like different areas of nature, like mountains and ice, desert and sand, like that kind of stuff, like jungles. They just feel so much cooler. But if we also had some of the existing POIs taken over, like Aliens Area being taken over Caddy's Corners, and it gets like futuristic and alien-like, that would be an awesome way to kind of have easy changes to POIs to make them feel different, but actually fun. The issue with the new season for me was they kind of brought back Tilted with Bony Burbs, but it was just a worse, more boring version. Aliens are gonna be fun. I'm expecting like air drafts that send you up, like portals. I'm thinking like crazy stuff, right? That is the level of things that I want to change on the map. So as much as this concept map is cool and opening it up and just seeing different biomes feels more vibrant, I want these alien abilities or these alien areas on the map to be so much fun. Don't just have it look a bit different like Colossal Crops. Have it actually have an active different ability. Whether it's slipstreams, whether it's portals, whether it's anything. But it's got me excited. Seeing a map that has changed at least somewhat significantly has fully confirmed everything I've said. I don't care if I get on and there's some guns that are absolutely broken. There's an alien laser sniper rifle. If the map is different, I'm gonna have fun. If I get on and all the weapons are balanced and it's super fun weapon-wise, but the map hasn't changed at all, I'm gonna get bored really quickly. Out of all the leaks and everything that's come out, the one thing that got me the most excited was a concept art of a map with a few different POIs. Alright guys, that does it. The last video for Chapter 2 Season 6, and oh, that feels so good to say. Season 7 just around the corner. The way it's going to work with the new season is depending on how much is new, I'll probably make a video, maybe just like all my thoughts or my breakdown on the new season, just to kind of get a video out to kind of like let you guys know an overarching view of it and how I feel. And then I'll probably start doing some guide videos, some drop spots, what are the best weapons to use, what's the new meta, all that kind of stuff. It's going to be a mix of just my thoughts, my opinions, and just talking about the new seasons. and I'm going to have a lot of guide content. Also bringing back the arena kill races once I get a few pros on board. I kind of wanted to hold those off until the new season because it'll be way more fun watching the new season, I hope. So if you liked today's video, please chuck a like on it. Hit the subscribe button down below if you haven't already, and let me know your thoughts on anything I've talked about today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.